So here we are back on the CES floor. And as you guys know, I've been pretty open about this. I have a little bit of a thing for anything that's focused on Alzheimer's because I have a predisposition to dementia. And so anything that we can do to advance the science, help people early detect, I'm all for it. So I was able to take this test yesterday, but I'm here with Evan, the CEO and co-founder of AlzWIN. And so AlzWIN, tell me a little bit more about what AlzWIN does and the science behind it.
So AlzWIN is a very quick and easy test for the elderly to see if they have any anomalies in their brain health. It's done at the settings at the clinics. So it's registered on FDA, the clinical class 2 device. It helps the primary care clinics as well as the neurologists to screen out dementia patients or the MCI patients that are coming into the clinics without any preconditions, because all the symptoms for those population is not really easy to detect. But without tests, it's easy. It's done by voice. It takes about a minute, and you get the result right away.
Yeah, and what's interesting is I took this test yesterday. I've also had a cognitive baseline test that took me 3 hours.
Right.
I was fine, but I loved this test because it told me I had a brain age of 28 yesterday. So, I mean, look 50, I'm in my 40s, but brain age of 28, I'm gonna take it all the time. Like, tell me, like, you talked about its use in clinics, right? You're getting paid for this, is that right?
Right. It has a CPT code of it, and it's working integrate into the annual wellness visits at the moment and office visits. So it can be used as a pre-visit questionnaire to the elderly that are coming in. It can be used when the seniors come in and when they're waiting in the lobby to actually see the nurse. They can take the tests and you have the results so that the doctors can actually talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, one of the reasons why 92% of MCI patients in the US is not found, they are hidden, is because lots of them don't actually communicate their symptoms to clinicians all enough. But with this test, you actually have the signal right in front of you, so you can actually talk to that person about their brain health, and it can actually really increase the amount of the people who will really benefit from all the science and all the research that are going on to actually prevent and to delay the progression of disease. Because like the recent Lancet studies say that about 45% of the dementia can actually be prevented or delayed if they're found early enough and acted early enough. But but with our tests, I mean, we can actually get that signal and start that process early on.
And that's what I loved about it. You were showing me the studies the other day, and I think you can identify dementia relatively early. What I also think is interesting is, like, I took the test, it took me 3 hours, right?
Right.
Not everyone's gonna have the time, the ability to do that. Like, how frequently can you do this and start to track progression?
So what we recommend is every 3 to 6 months. So there is a code in the US that actually asks you to follow up their symptoms every 6 months. So it can fit right into that code. And most of the elderly, I mean, they have concerns, but then they may not want to, really try that on early on. But then our test is easy and simple enough, and it takes about a minute. So like the time that you have with the patients as a clinician, it's like 15 minutes at tops, and you really can't do a test on every person. But then with this test, I mean, you can do the tests on every elderly that are coming in, and really screen out the people who need to be more cautious and who need to really change their lifestyle, but to prevent and to really delay the symptoms if they can.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, like, again, I think around Alzheimer's, it's about early detection.
Right.
It's about being able to test with frequency. This is what the future of health is all about. It's finding disease progression, tracking it, and getting it before it's too late. And so thank you, Evan, for the time here. Super excited. More to come on CES and the floor as we continue to look at every vendor that we have out there.
Thank you.